Welcome to Unit 5 of Sophomore Theology, the Church in the Lives of the Faithful. We've explored the nature of the Church, both a visible society and an invisible society, both already present and not fully present. In this unit, we will discover how the nature of the Church affects the lives of its members, allowing us to be transformed into more holy people. The visible Church, through the divine power of the invisible Church, teaches its members, sanctifies them, and governs them. The Church is a teacher, a sanctifier, and a governor. It shares the wisdom of Christ and the Spirit of truth. It engages with the faithful through the liturgy and the sacraments. It invites us to consider how God is calling each of us individually to live holy lives, and it guides us in seeking holiness in our own daily lives. The Church is the people of God, an image of the Church we have discussed earlier in the course. As the people of God, it is composed of women and men of every race and nation. We all share a common desire for and a common call to holiness. That holiness is achieved when we are fully in communion with God in heaven. But we work toward that perfect holiness by ordering our lives along God's will and by receiving the blessing of God's grace. All of the sacraments offer us that grace to help transform us, but the central activity of the Church and the central piece of its mission is the liturgy, the Mass. Much of the Church's teaching, sanctifying, and governing takes place within the liturgy, and the liturgy is centered around an encounter with Jesus Christ. We encounter Jesus through the Word that is spoken and taught in the liturgy. We encounter Him profoundly through the Eucharist that is consecrated and received in the liturgy. And we encounter Him through the community gathered to celebrate the liturgy. Through grace, we encounter Christ and become closer to God. Thus, the liturgy is an experience of divinization, of raising us up to God's presence. Therefore, the Church works for our holiness, teaching us, aiding us, and guiding us toward communion with God by providing us with a community of people with that common goal. Our sin makes us incapable of achieving that goal on our own. We need the grace of God offered to us through the sacraments of the Church. The Church is engaged with the lives of the faithful because the Church is interested in our salvation.